What's up, college football fans? Welcome to another QB Spotlight video. And today we're talking about Kentucky quarterback Devin Leary and the expectations for him going into 2023. What should the expectations be? What are your expectations? Kentucky fans, college football fans, let us know in the comments below your expectations, what you want to see from him. But for me personally, I'm super excited to see Devin Leary in Kentucky. I think we're going to see him back to that 2021 form where he was being talked about as a potential high draft pick, right? So my expectation, number one, is actually for him to be probably the best quarterback in the SEC by the end of the year, right? Maybe not going in. I think that title belongs to KJ Jefferson probably. But I think at the end of the season, I wouldn't be surprised if Devin Leary is the best quarterback in the SEC. And that's for a few reasons, which we're going to get into. But it's a potential expectation, especially if Leary is healthy, right? You have several new starters being broken down or broken into the SEC. Your big returning stars are, KJ Jefferson, Jaden Daniels, Spencer Rattler, right? Those are kind of your main starters returning. But you have a lot of new starters, at Alabama, right? At Florida, at Tennessee. And while there's a lot of hype and a lot of potential, there's still new starters, right? Devin Leary being a new starter, right? So a lot of turnover at the quarterback position at the SEC. That's one of the reasons why I would not be surprised, and I think it's a realistic expectation for Leary to be the best quarterback in the SEC by the end of 2023. And of course, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just really high on him. I think if he's back to that 2021 form, he could definitely be there, right? Another expectation from Leary is not just to be one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in the SEC, but to take Kentucky's offense and really take them up a notch, right? To really improve from where they were at in 2022. And yeah, that's because of Leary, but also it's largely because of the OC they're bringing back in Liam Coen. I just think highly of him, and that, if you compare the numbers between 2021 and 2022 offensively, it was a night and day difference. Passing yards are kind of similar. I think 2,900 yards in 2021 and 2,700 in 2022. But the big kind of factor in my mind was getting the running game going, using, whatever you want to call it, creative ways, schemes, whatever. But Coen was able to get the run game going, which helped open up the pass game some, right? So they had over 2,500 yards rushing in 2021. And only 1,500 yards or so in 2022. And so there was a big difference there, and I think that had a lot to do with the success of the offense. Not able to move the chains consistently, right? Not able to get short yardage downs, right? So I think having Leary there as a threat to push the ball downfield, not that Levis wasn't because he was a high pick, but having Leary there I think is going to help get that run game going, help get that offense going, right? So I expect Leary to help in the run game with the combination of Liam Coen coming in as well. Also, they had, I think I had it somewhere, but Kentucky had or averaged 31 points per game when Coen was there in 2021. Last year in 2022, Kentucky added 20 points per game, right, or averaged 20 points per game. So I expect the points per game to be higher and Leary to be a big contributing factor to that. Another, thing I expect from Devin Leary is to take care of the football. Levis had some turnover issues the past few seasons, despite, both seasons, despite the fact that he was a high pick. He still had some turnovers and some head-scratching throws, despite, playing well at times. Leary, on the other hand, has shown to be able to take care of the football, especially at NC State in 2021 when he was heavily relied on, when they knew that they were going to sling the rock. He still took care of the football. He had 35 passing touchdowns, only 5 interceptions, right? That's a 7-to-1 ratio, which was probably the best in football in 2021. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, but regardless, took care of the football. In 2022, his TD to interceptions, he had 11 TDs to 4 picks. That's almost 3-to-1. That's not half bad, though. You would take that at Kentucky, even that TD to interception ratio, right? So even though he wasn't having the year in 2022 like he had in 2021, he still only played half the season, so it's really hard to, or it's kind of unfair to judge that completely, right? So with that said, I do think you're going to see Leary take care of the ball, right? So you can expect Leary to take care of the ball. And doing that, you're going to see points go up because of the ability to, one, keep the ball, and then two, the ability to get the run game going because of Leary being a threat passing the ball. And so if all these factors happen, right, as I'm saying I'm expecting, it's also kind of just a guess, I could be wrong, but with all those factors happening, that should lead to more points per game. And that should lead to Leary being one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC. I truly do expect Leary to be the best or one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC by 2023. I'm not sure how many SEC fans or the fans were able to watch him in 2021, but he truly was one of the best quarterbacks in 2021. And, there's a lot of NFL buzz coming from Leary, right? So just to kind of recap and wrap everything up, points per game are going to go up, in my opinion. I think the run game's going to get back to it, largely because of Liam Coen. I think Coen's going to be able to get the best out of Leary, and in doing that, points will go up, taking care of the football will go up, and hopefully the wins follow for Kentucky. But Kentucky fans, college football fans, what are your expectations of Leary? Let us know in the comments below. What are realistic? Do you think I'm completely wrong by saying he could be the best quarterback in the league? And I could be, right? Bama could produce another fantastic quarterback. Jaden Daniels very likely could be the best quarterback in the SEC, right? Of course, KJ Jefferson, you got Will Rogers at Mississippi State. He's being broken into a new offense, right? Jackson Dart, does he take a big step forward at Ole Miss? Does Spencer Rattler play like how he played against Clemson and Tennessee? Does Joe Milton take off and live up to the hype that's being talked about? So there's a lot of other potential candidates and quarterbacks in the SEC that could be the best quarterback in the league, but I think Leary has a very realistic shot at being that as well, largely due to the reasons I kind of explained, and these are the expectations that I think are realistic for Leary. But college football fans, let us know your comments below. Let us know your thoughts, what you think of Leary. Am I completely wrong? Let us know all that stuff. We're going to continue doing this quarterback expectation series, I guess, if you will. And for those that, if this is your first time watching, we put out quarterback content on a daily basis. This is just a weekly basis, excuse me. This is just a big quarterback hub. We've had a lot of quarterback coaches, a lot of current and former college and pro quarterbacks on to talk and interview. So we're going to continue to do that, but also going to start talking more about the actual content of what is going on now with the season. So again, like, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff, and we'll see you next time.